And
Oh, wait.
looks
I've
like
gone live. I've gone live, but I don't think I'm capturing you.
you did go live.
I did go live.
Oi, oi, oi.
We are all very confused. Is there anybody here to see us?
Excellent connection. Oh,
Excellent connection, dude.
well, this just. Okay, well, I'm on camera on the live, David.
What? Is David live?
There we go. Yeah, so it must have been me that went live, but I stopped.
Okay, but now I see Gremlins too.
Now you see Gremlins 2. Do you hear Gremlins 2?
Well, I'm not. I'm looking on the back end of YouTube. I see.
Bum, 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 bum.
It definitely sounds like it's gonna keep speeding.
Yeah, does anybody hear us on the stream, though?
Well, I'm gonna pull it up on my phone.
I would say no. Enjoy my janky first stream on YouTube. Yeah, somebody does. Good. Good, cool. Good and cool, so good.
Okay, so I can hear it.
It's coming through my speakers is what it's doing.
Yeah, but I think it's also going through the stream because it sounds fine to me, like on YouTube. So
But we just can't hear us, David and I.
You cannot hear David and I. But you're doing through the desktop audio, so try again.
So in OBS, you'll have to go to settings and then go to audio, and then
Settings.
it usually is like the desktop audio, as if it's coming in through Discord or such.
I think I just cranked up desktop audio, so you should be cool. How about now, kids? Oh, I stopped. Did I stop
Okay.
streaming? No.
So we're coming through your speakers.
Yeah.
You're coming through my
Gremlins.
speakers.
Gremlins 2, not coming through the speakers. It sounds great on stream. We, however, sound like we are in the bathroom shouting at you down the hall.
It actually does. You do sound kind of weird.
Yeah, so
It sounds like you're away from your mic.
I am literally up on my mic.
Yep.
Oh, I wonder. Hold on. Did OBS screw me over?
Oh.
Oh.
Check, check.
There you go. You sound much better.
See, you should have said that on the call before we went live that I sounded like dog
I
ass.
I didn't think of it. So everybody can hear
Son of a-
Gremlins, especially me.
Especially you.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. My name is Andy, and this is FFOP Radio.
Is anybody here?
We've got a couple people.
I know I am.
I know I am. Have you ever played Gremlins 2: The New Batch?
No, I didn't even know this game existed.
It used to be one of my favorite rentals when I was a kid.
I do like Sunsoft because that was the aforementioned but not disclosed game, Batman on NES.
Batman on
Sunsoft
NES?
title.
And this
Yeah,
is fun,
Batman
David.
was on
So as we're thinking about shit, I can't even get this motherfucker to stop playing through my speakers.
Couldn't you just turn the speakers down?
They're all the way down. I've turned the volume on everything all the way down.
And it's still coming through the speakers?
I know what you're saying. Fuck me, right?
That sounds crazy.
Audio mute
Your
toggle.
mouse moving around is confusing because this
Audio
is an
unmute.
NES game.
Oh no, where's my menu toggle? Menu?
Good lord.
Oh, hold on. This is all totally legal. We've done everything correctly.
Yeah, this is great.
Menu,
The
pause
stream
menu.
died.
Oh, you guys can only see. Oh, the stream died?
No.
For me, it did anyway.
Oh no.
No, it's still going. Well, I could see the menu that he's scrolling through.
Here's the new menu. Start recording starts. I'm already streaming. Options for the currently running content. Sound output sample rate.
Joe said he's gonna show up, but he's usually fashionably late. So
Okay, guys, I hope you can't hear gremlins through my speakers, but it's loud. Talk to me, David.
The 60 hertz hum is back.
What happened?
I don't know.
This is great. I love everything. Hold on. How about now?
It'll take a second for it to catch up.
give it 45 seconds.
Give me a minute. You
Ah.
Buh?
Well, we heard that happen before.
The hum. Ooh. The hum keeps coming back and forth, but I'm still not caught up to real life.
I turned down like
It's less now.
my audio output capture. La,
It's
la.
less bad, but it is there.
But it is there. I don't like any of this.
60 hertz. Such a confusing conundrum.
Well, you know me. Why are there tomatoes?
I don't. That's what I was thinking. Like, I'm trying to remember a scene in Gremlins 2. Well, I guess the vegetable gremlin, but I don't think that that's necessarily a reference.
Yeah. I mean, the vegetable gremlin's definitely here later.
Yeah. So, what's happening here? This looks to be nothing like what Gremlins 2 was all about, aside from
Oh, it's very close to what Gremlins 2 is all about.
the Mogwai here. So it's just like a
Just like a thing.
well, I wouldn't call this a platformer. What do you call this?
3D something? I'm disabling my fucking speakers.
Some sort of isometric something or other.
Something.
But with the giant, like, jumping tomatoes? Is this a melding with the Simpsons?
Oh,
where
David.
Lisa
David,
gave her tomato steroids?
it all crashed.
Cool. This is a great stream.
This is the best stream I've ever had. You want to just talk to me? Hi.
Hey.
Oh.
There's
I
3 or
feel-
4 people in here, so
I feel like
Hey.
my personal headphones are being overdriven.
I feel like something is because I can hear it every once in a while. That was really bright.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Whoop.
Here we go.
Gremlings, the new match. Okay, now we're here. And I've disabled
Now
my
we are.
speakers.
Okay.
So hopefully you guys still get sound. I'm taking the mouse pointer away.
Should be okay.
No.
Let's see here.
Are we getting you guys? Yes, it looks like we're picking you up.
Yay.
Checkity check.
I mean, there were bats, and there were tomatoes at some point in the game. Not the game, the movie.
Tomato bats.
I mean, I suppose, but I don't remember him fighting rats. That wasn't a part.
It was cut.
The scene cut for clarity.
It was my scene. It was my favorite deleted scene.
When he throws a tomato at a rat, and you're
And-
like, why am I watching this?
When you throw a tomato at a tomato.
That's too much, man. That's the kind of zany shit you gotta expect with Gremlins 2.
I like Gremlins
All
too.
bets are off.
Oh, I forgot that the old man sells you shit as though he exists in the office building in tiny doors. Wasn't he dead at this point?
Probably.
I've never seen Gremlins.
What would you like? I have 140 ciabattas. I'll take whatever this is. I can only buy one thing. I have more money, you old fuck. Don't you want to be rich?
I have all the money.
Whoa. This office building. It's deadly dangerous. I'm not doing great with this. Oh, that light bulb kills everything. It's been a while since I played this, so we're going to get some game overs, Dave.
That's okay.
Pogo stick. Remember, that kills everything. Boom, boom, boom. It kills tomatoes. It kills bats.
It slices, it dices, it makes julienne fries. Remember that was a big thing, like back in the old days, things would make julienne fries.
Yeah, and I don't know why.
I don't know, that was just a thing. Maybe that's when julienne fries were invented. Somebody look that up. Julienne fries invented on what date? My guess is sometime in the 80s, because that's when everybody was talking about them.
Rats. There's just a singular rat over here. Get. I mean, I want you to die. There. Oh, and I fell down the hole.
August 12th is National Julienne Fries Day.
Why?
Everything needs a fucking day.
Give me a day.
There's like, I think somewhere around between 6 and a dozen national pizza days.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, you gotta have one for each
that?
kind of pizza. I feel like the spider's
Yeah.
gonna shoot something at me. Yep. There it was.
They usually shoot out their love.
That's what you call it. Ah!
Or what?
How you been, David? Beautiful.
I'm okay.
Delicious?
Say what?
Are you beautiful and delicious?
Totally. No, I'm the exact opposite of that. My hair is disgusting. My beard is unmanageable. It is a disaster here in Quarantine Island.
I get my next shot Friday.
Hope you don't feel like shit.
Everybody I know that has gotten their second shot has felt like absolute dog dick.
Yeah,
that's
only
like-
for like 48 hours.
Well,
But
I died.
it's like a whatever thing. Like every year I get the flu shot, I feel like dick.
Mhm.
So I'm
Okay.
like, you know, it's
We're
either it's you feel like at 70% instead of feeling like at 10%, and the 70% only lasts a day, and the 10% lasts 4 weeks.
I'm starting over because I feel like if I die on 1, 2, and have to continue, we're not going to get very far.
You are probably right.
But
So
I'm also
what?
very bad at this game.
What are those balls you keep picking up?
They're
What are the
money.
power-ups?
They're money to give to an
Oh,
old
that's
man that lives in
money.
this building. He abandoned me. I thought he died. Apparently, in the Gremlins canon, he died. But apparently, he just set
Yeah.
up shop somewhere else because I was too unbearable.
But he didn't abandon you. You were given to Billy Peltzer.
No, not in Gremlins 2.
The
The weird twins find Gizmo after
Oh,
they tear
yeah,
down
but-
the old man's shop after the old man dies.
And Billy Peltzer, like him and Gizmo, just sort of lose touch after the first movie.
Oh no, the old man takes him away and says, "I'll come back to you when you're ready and responsible." And apparently, Billy was never ready and responsible.
Yeah, I guarantee he wasn't. Like the first thing he did was the exact opposite of what he should have done.
Yeah.
Hence, Gremlins 1.
Joe says trying to schedule an appointment for my first shot has been harder than it was to get a PS5.
Like all the doctors I work with have gotten them and everything, but like they're not going to give like one to a schmuck
Okay.
like me.
I got an achievement. I have retro achievements hooked up on my completely legal Nintendo.
Sounds completely legal because I remember back in the old days, I would hook up my Nintendo and upload the achievements from that.
and
Absolutely.
P.S. David, side note, anybody can get a shot, so all you have to do is sign up and go and get it.
Oh, not Nevada.
My mom, like, if you're in medical office, which you
Yeah,
are,
David, you're in medical office.
you're
Right,
in
but
medical.
there are people like on the front lines, like interacting with people. Like,
yeah, who have likely already gotten it.
eh.
Because my mom's already getting her second one next Friday. And
Eventually,
she's just HR.
yeah. Well, you know, whatever. It'll get here eventually, and I'm still having a zero impact lifestyle. So
Adam's got both of his, so soon we should be able to kiss and hug each other.
Yeah.
telekiss.
Well, no, regular kiss. Neither of us can get it, so let's just go.
Oh my god. I can't believe, like, maybe when people heard the vaccine was out, they're like, whew, no longer have to worry.
Oh, yeah, trust me.
Yeah.
Because we went out probably to downtown Mesa or whatever, and it was just like, hey, didn't you hear there's a vaccine? There's no reason to worry anymore. That's like hearing. I can't even understand what that is an allegory for. Because even though there's a cure, like you can't, especially well, this is a while ago, but so like you couldn't get it. So like, just because like someone got it who you don't know,
Yeah.
now it's time to sort of relax.
No, it's all right.
Well, and people don't take into account the fact that even though you get the vaccine, you can still give it to other people.
Yes.
But we're not here to talk about that. What is everybody here? Joe, obviously you're here.
Joe's here to talk about Gremlins and how Gremlins 2 is better than Gremlins 1.
I haven't seen either of them in so very long.
So they're both very good. I just have a soft spot for Gremlins 2 because I was so frightened by Gremlins 1 when I was a kid. And
Oh, me
Gremlins
too.
2 kind of stopped that.
That's why Gremlins 1, like, I couldn't, man. Like, the whole Phoebe talking about her
Dad dying?
Her dad dying in the chimney dressed as Santa. I was like, whoa, this is not cool. I hated that movie. And 2 almost made up for it. But that spider section really freaked me out.
Yeah, it's not great. It's, the story about how I got Gremlins 2 is we were a Columbia House family, of course.
Of course.
And you can order
We
any
were
of
Paramount.
the... Ooh, I got a matchstick. You could order any movies you wanted, and they'd send them to you for a price, of course.
Like
and
a
my mom
Converse
ordered
store.
us some like Dr. Seuss cartoons, and they sent us Gremlins.
What?
But it was
That seems
rated
like
G, so my mom was like, "Eh."
I thought it was PG.
I thought it was G. Whatever it was,
No,
my mom
there's
looked
no
at it
way-
and was like, "It looks fine."
Yeah. What? Fact checking department. What am I trying to say? Check me some facts.
Check me some facts, fact checker.
Checkity check. Gremlins came out in 1984.
No, Gremlins 2, right?
Or
No,
Gremlins
you
1.
guys were
Gremlins
talking
1 was the one I
Oh,
got.
Gremlins 1. Oh, maybe. I thought. Yeah. Okay.
I'm
Sorry.
in the vents. It
I
might have been
don't
PG,
know.
and it was one of the movies that made a PG-13 rating necessary.
Yeah.
Yes,
it was.
says creating a PG-13 rating.
Yeah. That. Whatever. Raiders. Everybody's like. There were 3. Like the Triforce
That's
of
a
the
mine.
PG-13 rating.
Why are there mines in the vents? What kind of fucking building is this? It's lousy with
It's
bats, rats, spiders, and old men.
It's a smart building. The world's first smart building.
Joe has
Joe
also never seen.
Joe says Gremlins was PG. I never saw Gremlins.
Gremlins. I'm a
It's about
Gremlin
the-
man.
It was about a killer grandma. You can't give her Werther's after 2 p.m.
Oh man.
and her hair gets ultra blue.
That's true.
Do you remember those candies that were like the strawberry ones that looked like like the
Yeah,
wrapping?
the cheap ass ones.
Ugh, I used to
What
love
is
those.
this?
My great grandmother.
It doesn't explain to me what any of these items do. So I guess I'll buy some pee.
Buy some pee. Then you drink it, and then you get to be a sex pervert.
Yep. Don't pee on your don't get your gremlin wet with pee.
Like, not for nothing, but and then how do they exist in nature? Like, it rains. Like, how are we just not overrun by gremlins? If or mogwais, I guess technically, but then gremlins.
So Scott Vaughn just messaged me on Facebook, so he's probably listening on YouTube. But he says Gremlins was PG inspired PG-13 along with Temple of Doom.
Oh,
Ah,
it was
yes,
Temple of
Temple of
Doom, not
Doom.
Raiders. Temple
Back
of
here, you rat.
Doom. Good lord.
Was also my favorite Indiana Jones movie for the longest time.
You know, for some reason, a bunch of like everybody I knew was into horror, and I was like, yeah, okay, and I was like, yeah, this or that. I never got into slasher villains as a kid when like everybody else was hitting it. I didn't hit my horror phase until I was in my 20s.
David's horror phase.
It was weird because I went like, you know, I pretended obviously to be a cool kid with everybody else, but I really did not like watching horror movies because they were scary.
They are scary.
So I just went along. So, but like in my 20s, I started
David,
getting into.
We're not going to reach this for a while, but we saw our first gremlin of the game.
Uh-oh.
They fly. They have helicopters for some reason.
Well, I mean, essentially, what is it? The allegory of Trump Tower,
Yes.
except that actually works.
Stop breathing fire at me, you grim. That gremlin didn't breathe fire in the movie.
You gremlin. Well, the video game's got to take a little bit of license, and by a little, I mean a shit ton. Like, I don't know. Somebody's gonna have to do the research, but I want to know what the first video game to be like true to the source material we ever got. It never happened on the NES. Maybe never happened on the SNES. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask PJ, guys. I bet he would know.
Aladdin.
Yeah, Peach probably know. Aladdin was pretty good.
Aladdin was close. I forgot about animated stuff.
Everything's animated.
Yeah, David,
No,
all of
movies.
it.
What do you what?
You mean movies?
This was
thinking-
not a like we're watching Andy play a game based on a non-animated movie.
Son of a bitch.
I've played Total Recall. That's a non-animated. There's a Rambo. There's tons of non-animated movie-based games. But the animated ones are probably the ones that stick closest.
I'm a bad jumper.
However, I don't think we have like. I don't know. This is all just sort of blue sky.
Those guys are
theory
gonna
until I
clear
can-
out.
This game looks insanely hard. Can't you shoot those pink things? Those pink spike balls? The bumble.
No, they don't. They don't die.
What do they call them? Yeah,
Pink spike ball's good.
fuck. What did they call those balls? Bumble ball?
Bumble ball.
They sold them on. No, that's obviously not it. I'm just trying to like jog my memory. It was those balls that you would turn them on, and they were like those big. They looked like big knobby
They
molecules.
bounce everywhere and vibrate.
Yeah, like they had a vibrator in it.
yeah.
that was,
Ellie is terrified of it. We have one at my mom's house.
Yeah, what they
I'm
were.
gonna look it up.
Let me
'Cause
through.
we had one.
You goddamn gremlins. Go back to Italy.
Italy.
I don't know. I wanted to say something that sounded vaguely racist without being racist.
Gremlins have got to have a cultural tie, right? They're not just like they're not like internet legend. This predates the internet.
Yeah. I know. There was a Bugs Bunny cartoon about gremlins in World War II planes.
Yeah. Maybe we're overthinking it because simplicity's sake would say they're probably an Asian thing, seeing as how the dude who sold Billy Gizmo is an Asian guy.
But
Bumble
let us
ball.
not forget that in the
Bumble ball.
80s, they could have just been like, yeah, I don't know, something a Japanese guy could sell.
That's true. I did discount the fact that the 80s did put a lot of things on a lot of races that probably weren't theirs.
You know, they seem like the kind to sell monsters.
Well, but Gremlins were also a World War II thing.
Yeah.
But I don't. The Mogwai is what's throwing me off. Like the Gremlins, I get. Gremlins are a cultural thing for a bunch of different cultures. The Mogwai, that might be a. Who's the studio made this movie? Paramount.
Paramount.
Universal.
I assume.
Paramount. Lionsgate. Miramax.
Yeah, it was
Fox.
Lionsgate.
Okay, so when Lionsgate did it, I forget where I was going with
It
that.
was
but
Fox
they were
News.
like-
It's a documentary about the Biden administration.
Yeah, Fox News. Oh my god. Like here's my my question, especially with retro and whatever we'll call them contemporary NES titles. The villains, like the pink spike balls. I don't get that. Like I understand you have to make a game that is challenging and there's no way you can force story into this anyway. But like why all the crazy types of colors, I guess is what I'm asking.
Well, see
So I played a metric ton of NES games where like the enemies that you fight are like these insane like 80s zany colors. It seems to take me out of it.
I like the zany colors. It's better than just having a solid ass green screen. I mean, we're kind of looking at that right now.
True.
Once you hit
but,
where I am.
And that's the color palette. Maybe that's the problem. We've got grays, we've got greens, we've got reds, but I mean, there's nothing.
Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers,
There's Warner
yeah,
Brothers, right? Because they have a Bugs
That's
Bunny
what
thing
Wikipedia
before it.
says.
Yeah, not only that, when the bat gremlin shoots out of the wall, he leaves a bat insignia, and a gremlin gets the Warner Brothers logo tattooed on its chest.
He does.
Yeah, and Amblin. Amblin Entertainment is the other one.
Yeah.
Scott says Amblin, Steven Spielberg produced Mogwai, or produced Mogwai were original to the film.
Yeah, Steven Spielberg produced the first one, and he wasn't so keen to throw his name all over the second one.
Spielberg's made some stinkers. I don't really like War of the Worlds.
Well, no, Spielberg didn't like make 1 or 2. He was just like the producer of the first one, or one of the producers.
He says
like
he produced. Steven
yeah,
Spielberg produced.
I don't know if he had any, because it was Joe Dante who did all the effects and stuff. So I don't think Spielberg had any creative input. But also, I've done very little research.
Oh, I did it! Oh God.
Directed by Joe Dante, produced by Michael Fennell.
Joe says, Krista, I posted what I found about the original Gremlins in the Discord.
Okay, guys.
Jesus. Look, I got too many things open.
Guys, here's the big
why
question.
Don't everybody stick to the typing square.
Here's the big question.
Yes.
Do we cheat and make a save state, or if I die, do we just go back to the beginning?
I said we nuzlocke this bitch.
Okay. We're doing it like, what? There's arms everywhere!
Joe's thing says the term gremlin, denoting a mischievous creature that sabotages aircraft, originates in Royal Air Force slang in the 20s.
Yeah, it was for the like whatever. It was for things that went wrong with you. You had to check your engine for gremlins. I get like the thing gremlins. I get. I want Mogwai. Give me the Mogwai because I think that's a bullshit made up thing.
The Royale Air Force with cheese.
Like a yeah. I think Mogwais are kind of like shit, what are they called?
MacGuffin?
No, not yes and no, but mochi cheese.
Monchichi.
Yeah, monchi cheese. They're just like, I think Mogwais as a concept are like the monchi cheese. Someone was like, "Oh, it's cute, furry little things with giant ears that go." Whoa!
I never liked those Monchichis.
Fucking gremlins were born. No, they were creepy as shit. But the 70s, they didn't know any better. They were like, "Hey, let's put a human face on like an ape rodent body," and they're like, "I guess we don't know what toys are."
I guess I'll buy a balloon. Balloons are cool, right?
Buy a gun. That's what a real.
I have paper clips now. That's fine.
Randy wants to know, since when did Gizmo have powers?
He has the power to turn into a gremlin. A horrible gremlin.
And be super cute when he's
and
not.
Also, no one ever touches upon this.
Shit.
Why is
my fucking balloon?
Why is it that Gizmo is the only good Mogwai?
Because he was brought up right. Look, there's the vegetable gremlin. He threw a pineapple at me.
Right. Maybe he was like a runt.
Mogwai.
Hey, look!
Come on, Randy.
Here's something from the movie. We are in the cooking set where that Julia Child alike.
Ooh, yeah, with her bean dip bologna roll-ups. Let's see. Also, apparently the thing on the airplane wing, Twilight Zone, William Shatner. Yeah, that was a gremlin.
Some people like to use a dash.
I assumed it was someone in a gorilla suit. Oh, it's a gremlin. That's what it was referencing, because it was typically gremlins mess with planes.
Don't worry, David. I also found the set for a Grandpa Munsters thing, whatever the fuck that character's name is.
Uncle Fred?
Something like that?
Count Uncle Fred.
Count Uncle Fred.
Work a camera. I am a camera. Getty Watanabe, everybody.
See, you do remember Gremlins.
I remember Gremlins 2.
It's all coming back.
Because Gremlins 2, I could watch repeatedly and just like close my eyes through the scary bat gremlin part.
The bat gremlin wasn't so bad. Do I go through the great? Okay, I'm done. I beat the level.
No, it wasn't so bad, but like I'm picking. Okay, sorry, not bat gremlin, spider gremlin.
Okay, David, I also have a question for you. Did you have the version with Hulk Hogan, or the version with the John Wayne?
I had Hulk Hogan.
Because I had a taped version that, like, they got into your VCR, and then a bad John Wayne impersonator dubbed over John Wayne going, "You don't need these things in your VHS."
Oh, wow. So they broke the fourth wall again.
This looks insanely hard. What the fuck, game?
Wait.
This is for children. Maybe I can go over here.
What the hell is going on with Randy?
He says, "Don't you come?" Well, I think you went, "Come at me."
Oh.
I know what I heard. Mugwai.
No, it's Mogwai.
Yeah,
He's saying Mugwai.
I know.
Mogwai.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna
Mogwai.
keep on walking off this motherfucker until I die.
I think every movie that has like a second, like Gremlins 2, they should always end it with Electric Boogaloo because whenever somebody says a
Oh.
2 of something, it's what I think of. You
I'll have to
haven't seen the
continue.
Twilight Zone episode. He's right. You know,
Who hasn't?
you.
I have. What?
Yeah, David
See,
hates the
Randy?
Twilight Zone.
He has.
I heard him say that once. He said, "You know what? I hate Twilight Zone, and also William Shatner, and also Rod Stewart deserved to die."
I have totally seen that episode. That's why I'm referencing it.
Ah!
Andy, you're not good at this game.
I don't know that one can be good at this game, although it's been many years. That guy's just gonna jump in front of me. That's fine.
Listen, I'm gonna throw down a second or third recommendation to Micro Mages. I still have not beaten that thing.
It's only 4 levels.
The fourth level's real hard.
real hard, guys.
Yeah, it's real hard.
Real hard.
It's gonna-
Mogwai.
Oh, good. I have my balloon back.
Oh my god, there's so much lava in this
Fuck!
skyscraper.
Wait, where are you taking me? Fuck.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
We were talking about
Mugwise.
Mugwise.
The muggiest of wise.
So yeah, that
Should we talk about episodes of Night Gallery we've seen?
Yes. 0.
I saw the
Shit, that's my
the
second continue. I
Pikmin's-
don't know how many I get.
I saw the Pikmin's model
oh.
episode. Pretty terrible.
I don't
No,
know.
I take that back. It was great until the costume showed up. Then I was like, uh-oh, immersion's gone.
Isn't that the same with like every old show? Except for maybe Tales from the Crypt?
Yeah, well, because they had the Tales from the Crypt had HBO money, but I think they could have shot it better. Like it should have been a little darker every time. Like don't get me wrong, it was a great rubber costume, but every time you get a rubber costume and it's good, people are like, oh, I want to show it off. Keep that shit in the dark. I don't care if it's good or bad. The dark is so forgiving. It'll make your good costume look great, and it'll make your bad costume look okay. Stay out of the light, monsters. That's why the dark is there.
It's true.
That's why they hide under the bed at night
That's why-
in the dark.
That's why the gremlins couldn't go out in the light. I was electrocuted and I died again. This is game over. It's game over.
Could the gremlins not go out in the light?
Yeah, sunlight killed him. Bright light kills him?
Is that for real?
Yes.
All right, I'll have to take your word for it.
I
'Cause
should have
do
killed
not
all these
remember
slow-moving gremlins, but I was afraid of them. And I didn't have enough money to buy hearts, so now here we are. Whoops. That guy has a skateboard. That's super threatening. These teen kids and their skateboards.
That's what you should be playing. TNC Surf Co.
Never.
Checks out.
What checks out?
Sunlight will kill them and never get them wet. So they can't go outside and they can't go out when it's raining.
Well, but the Mogwais are okay in the sunlight. It's just the gremlins who can't.
Yeah, I googled the gremlins.
No, the
so
Mogwais can't do it
that's
either.
But
Like that's
That's
why the
bullshit.
camera flash can kill them.
Yeah, sunlight will kill a mogwai, and bright light is known to hurt it.
have you ever seen Creature in the Crate? Negative.
Is that some sort of toy that I should be knowing about? Are all the kids gonna ask for it?
It's real, he says.
Yeah, just like Vagina Dentata. I just fell in a fucking hole.
Creature.
Creature in a Crate. If that's that. But no, those are Boglins are what I'm thinking of.
Creature in the crate. Well, I'm googling creature in the crate.
I imagine it's a crappy knockoff.
All
of
I
something.
see is the crate.
Just the
Randy,
crate.
please elaborate.
It must be the crate.
$1 million idea. We offer
Okay.
loot crates, but it's just Mogwai.
That seems like a terrible idea.
The world will be overrun in a matter of minutes.
Yeah, that's like saying $1 million idea. Let's get tribbles.
Let's get tribbles though.
No, they're bad.
Why?
I mean,
I've
they're
heard there's some
bad.
trouble with them, but
They are troublesome. They're not bad, but they are
evil.
not evil. What'd you call it? They're like like moss or whatever. They just grow. They have no will to or help. They are simply furballs that eat all that grain.
Yeah, and they take care of the Klingons, not on purpose,
They take care of them.
by being teleported to a ship.
Right, that was kind of a dick move.
Yeah, but they were Klingons.
It's a horror movie in black and white.
I don't
So
know.
no.
I didn't see the Google. It on the Google.
Randy, she didn't see the Google.
I
So
didn't
if
see
you
the
could please be more clear in the future, she will try to see the Google.
I will try to see the Google, guys. I'm just so
All I
sorry.
see is Fluffy the Crate Beast. But that was her 1982
All I see is Google the
comedy
Google
horror.
Goog.
No, I stopped paying attention because I was texting my wife.
You idiot! You can't text your wife when there are gremlins running all over the place?
No, this is the electric gremlin. You know, the one that we see a little bit of and then never again until the end of the movie when it's Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah. Well, brilliant, though. Brilliant Deus Ex Machina.
No, I like to say Machina.
Deus Ex Machina.
Machina. Oh, Dave.
Mama Machina.
So I guess if I have maybe I have unlimited continues, but maybe I also just curse myself by saying that.
Well, and you've also got a password, so.
Do I? What was the password? Can anybody remember?
I don't remember.
Slow-mo.
Yeah, Shlomo.
Swordfish.
Ooh, now I have a bow and arrow made out of a paperclip and some pencils.
Just like in the movie. You better find a Rambo-style headband.
Oh, we just saw Billy capture that electric gremlin.
Damn it, Peltzer.
This calls for a good drink of rum.
Classic.
Mm.
And when you're drinking rum, drink the official rum of FFOP Radio.
Which is?
Sailor Jerry.
That's like the cheapest one, right?
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real with ourselves.
I've got good whiskey, but it's my wife's.
So it's not yours.
I have it in a house. If we want to get technical.
Well, and let's be real. Like, if it's in the house, it's everybody's, except for any children.
Damn it. I'm going to get fired. The last half... So I subbed today, David. And the last half hour of my day was basically... The kids started making paper airplanes, and I know how to make, like, a really good one. So I said, look, kids, we're just going to fuck around for a half hour because your teacher didn't leave enough for me to do.
Classic.
And I will make all of you a great paper airplane.
So you made 40 paper airplanes?
30.
Oh my god.
You couldn't just teach them? Like, you're a teacher.
It's like an origami paper airplane, though. Like, it needs special folds, and they were all fucking it up. And then getting pissed
How old
off.
are these kids? Yeah.
5th grade.
5th grade. Here, I would say you have a half an hour to learn this. If you don't, you're fucked. The rest of you will get a cool paper airplane. I'm Andy, your teacher.
Hi, I'm Andy, your teacher. So I talk to all children. Hi, I'm Andy, your teacher. What is this nonsense that I will not be able to do? There's got to be something good over there.
Got the title. Oh.
That short?
Randy, what is going on?
Yeah,
are you having a stroke?
Drunk? Like, what the fuck is going on? You are off the chain, and I don't know what the hell is up.
So is it Fluffy the Crate Beast? Is that the correct movie from 1982? How old? You were 5 when you saw it, so...
I'm gonna cut you some slack because it's like what, midnight and a half over there. But Jesus Christ, like splash some cold water on your face.
I think I used to know the names of like the special gremlins that they had in the movie.
There's Daffy,
Donald.
Lenny.
There's Spike. Oh no, Spike was in the first one, right? Or was Mohawk in the first one?
Mohawk's the first one. This one's Spike.
Okay.
You can tell the difference. They both have mohawks, but one is made of fur and the other one is
Yeah, like what the fuck? Like so lazy.
like a fin.
So we're doing the gremlin characters? There was
What the hell did I
Gizmo,
just do?
Greta, Mohawk, Brain, Daffy,
Brain, the orange
the
one.
new batch, Lenny, and Mr. Wing. Well, he was not a gremlin. He was an Asian guy.
Mr. Wing, the Asian guy.
You know, Mr. Wing.
Wing or Wang?
Wing.
Classic Wing.
this is some It turned from like just a kind of a top-down shooter to like hardcore platforming so quickly.
Yeah, top-down platforming is bullshit.
Well, especially like you can only use the D-pad. I mean, I'm playing on an Xbox stick, but I don't have the stick enabled.
How are you doing it on an original NES?
Mods.
What the? Isn't that illegal?
Say
Not the way I do it.
Isn't that immoral?
It is. It is immoral, but not illegal.
Isn't that corrupt?
No, not. There's no corruption involved. I'm not Ted Cruz.
I was doing my best Neil Breen impersonation.
Ugh.
Stop groping me.
Isn't that exploiting the public's trust?
It is. I'm sorry, folks. I betrayed you.
Ugh, I hate those Neil Breen movies.
Are you as what is it? Character? I guess what it would. You know what's I can't now. I'm gonna forget his name. So hold on. Let me collect my thoughts. Billy.
Pelton?
Who's the Donkey Kong champion?
Billy Mitchell.
Billy Mitchell. Are you as
blatantly corrupt as Billy Mitchell?
Yeah. Yeah. What a fucking. I recently YouTube said, "Hey, here's a documentary about Billy Mitchell," and I said, "I'm busy and can't push skip, so sure."
I'm busy.
What a fucking scumbag, and all based upon like the most pathetic, like, you know, whatever. Throwing your life away for Apex Legends or Destiny or whatever seems just as pointless to me as throwing it away for Donkey Kong. But for some reason, Donkey Kong got his dick sucked a million times.
Okay, hey, chat. Remember, VLBB.
VLBB.
It seems like this is one of those games that you continue forever for, and given how hard it is, thank you.
Oh yeah, so the password's probably there just so you can. So hey, tough but fair, the Gremlins 2. Anywho, what a fucking dick this guy was, and how he like. I feel bad if you watch the documentary or if you know anything about Billy Mitchell and his relationship with the company Twin Galaxies, which apparently does nothing except keep high scores from old video games.
It's true.
Some dumb asshole bought it from him and now is basically bought nothing. Like he bought a bunch of lies. What a like I would be so angry.
So for a while, Twin Galaxies was the official record keeper for the Guinness Book of World Records?
For video game related, yeah, sure.
But because of the Billy Mitchell shit, they kind of got
yeah. And
shafted.
Imagine being that guy who bought it for whatever, some umpteen $1 million, and then being like, "Oh, great, everything I bought is nothing,
like meaningless." Yeah.
You bought a lie.
I don't like this.
Surprise,
Okay,
surprise.
so this purchase screen says, "Welcome, Gizmo. What item would you like?" The answers are yes and no.
So I would say yes.
I would like to buy the yes.
I'll buy the hearts because it
yes,
gives me more
please.
hearts. Ugh. But seriously, Billy Mitchell was a turd, and they make him out to be a big villain in that movie, The King of Kong, and they're like, no, they edited him wrong. I was like, well, I could see that, and then later on it comes out he was just the biggest turd in the world.
Yeah, he is. Here's how you know if somebody's an
Fuck
asshole.
Me.
If they, I don't know how else to put it, but if they keep a hairstyle from the 80s into the 2000s, asshole. I don't know how else to describe it. Like because he has that classic like fucking like 80s dad mustache and like long hair that he must brush like John Romero.
He must brush. What? I killed everything. I'm so dumb.
Well,
okay, the pole in the middle of a spike ball hurts everybody. That's good. Sorry, yes, if you must if the Donkey Kong is it, you must quit.
Yeah, you must, here's my biggest thing with like literally all of these people who bought all this bullshit. When when countless people get in front of these people because they want to interview them or whatever, they say, "Well, how did you do it? Or how did you do this? Or how did you do that?" And they make up some bullshit lie. No one asks a follow up question. Not a single person. They want like Billy Mitchell. What like he is? His lies were bought so fully that everyone was just like, "Oh yeah, okay, cool." Or what's that? His little toady, the guy who had the quote unquote highest score in Drag Race.
Oh God, I can't remember him.
Whatever.
I know his face. They're the guys who broke into the other Donkey Kong guy's house.
Yes.
What?
All over something.
Who
like,
cares?
Yeah, and keep in mind, like, this is over Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, Atari level arcade games. And now, like, all of that work and effort is so crazy because now you can reduce all of that to like kilobytes. Like, you could copy and paste whatever. Billy Mitchell and Pac-Man, you could copy and paste Pac-Man a billion times.
I could copy and paste Billy Mitchell all day.
Yeah, copy and paste his ass all day night. You bitch. But it just seems like so gross and petty and like, but you know, when there's dollar signs attached.
Well, yeah, if you're gonna be like the guy and people are gonna be like, buy Billy Mitchell's hot sauce because it makes you good at games.
And here's another thing about it. This is essentially, it kind of feels like a true crime story, which is probably why I took to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, he didn't know that in the future we would have technology to essentially call his ass out, when in reality you didn't need it. You just needed to be like, hey, can you reproduce literally any of the claims that you're making? And when the answer was invariably no every time, I would be like, huh. So
let me look up how many fucking stages there are in this game.
A lot. Yeah, I would say here's the thing. People who do things and set records have to do it multiple times because it needs to be reproducible and provable. But like, if I told you that I was the best at whatever Crackdown 3, like anyone would give a fuck. But
good,
all
David.
of my records, all of my records were suspicious videos without me in them. And I can never reproduce them in front of another person. You might be like, I don't know.
David, this is a sex tape.
This is a what?
You sent us a sex tape instead of a world record-setting video?
It was the Custer's Last Stand tape, you mean?
I have that game too. We can play that.
Isn't that, oh God, what a weird
thing to do?
What is it?
It's a game where you're a Custer and you're naked, and it's an Atari game, so imagine that you're made of squares, and you get your revenge as arrows rain down because you get to fuck an Indian chick against a cactus.
Huh.
Yeah, it's the most insane, like...
Okay, I died again. Fuck.
But Atari is full of that shit. Like, it was the Wild West.
Wild, Wild West.
Even back then, dudes were so desperate, and that, like... Here's how I know that there will always be escapism no matter how good or bad it is. Because like there were porn games for the Atari 2600.
No, show your wife that AVGN. It's the funniest fucking thing in the world.
It's so hard. Like I'm going to now.
Shit, I'm getting worse as time goes on. We just need to call this life dead, and we'll be good.
We'll call this life dead.
Call my life death.
Okay.
It's a poem. I'm writing it for you.
Oh, okay, good. I like poems. Psych.
Oh no.
Poems aren't good.
One of the classes I'm taking was like adult teachers should be reading 40 books a year. So I've been reading a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm rereading for the first time since middle school. Flowers for Algernon.
Okay.
It is so sad.
I'm not familiar with that work.
So it's written as a diary, and it's this guy who is slow.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a science fiction book about a special surgery that can give him intelligence.
Okay.
And if you don't mind spoilers, I could tell you the end.
Hey, do it.
The surgery ends up, he starts declining it, like he becomes super smart, realizes that the people around him have been like taking advantage of him forever.
Uh-huh.
And then the surgery starts to, like the Algernon is a mouse that they also did the surgery on. And the mouse starts getting dumber again and then dies. So as he starts getting dumber again, he buries the mouse.
Oh, I'm going to buy that book.
And
it's
I'm
really,
sure
really good, but man, it's sad.
his ass is going down next. Yeah, I do. I know of that book only by references. I know there was a mouse, but outside of that, it's one of those where it's a classic that I'm sure I'll get to eventually because it's in
Flowers for Algernon.
Yeah,
Yes.
Flowers for Algernon.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it.
It's very good.
It's like I always put that in the same category as like Catcher in the Rye, or what's that one?
Lolita.
There's a Kurt Vonnegut book that's in that same sort of.
The Slaughterhouse-Five?
Yeah, maybe the Slaughterhouse-Five. I want to read all of Vonnegut. It's in my bookshelf, but you know how that goes if you collect books.
If you collect books. I left a soup for you, Alex, because I got the Jack in the Box as my cheat
The
day.
Ace of Spades.
My wife is home, everybody.
Hello.
I heard you left a suit for her.
Soup, not a suit.
Soup. Zoot suit.
Left
My
a suit
zoot
for you on
suit.
the counter.
I left my zoot suit out for you, Alex, if you don't mind
nice
ironing it or
minestrone
something,
suit.
because the 20s. Shit. No. Jumping gremlins. Zoot
Maybe
suit
I'll-
riot.
What did I just listen to on Audible because it was free? The Trial. No. The Metamorphosis
Oh, Kafka.
by Kafka. Like that book is. If you want sad, that book is fucked.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh my god.
Once again, that's something that I was forced to read when I was a kid and barely remembered.
I feel like because what spurred me was I watched a quick documentary on Kafka, and it was like, pretty rough life, this dude. And so I'm like, all right, I'll check out, because I've got, again, books on the shelf, but I've got an Audible account,
Got
and
Elf
I'm
on the
sitting there
shelf.
doing jack shit. So it's whatever. It was written a million years ago, so here are your spoiler alerts. I'm about to spoil it. It's essentially the story of this guy who wakes up and is a roach.
Yes.
Like, he's a cockroach. He has an exoskeleton. A lot of time is spent with him, like, trying to get out of bed, like a long ass time.
Is he stuck on his back?
It's like I get why he does it. So Kafka spends a lot of time in this guy's mind talking about this new body, because you would naturally do that. Like, if you woke up with 6 legs and an exoskeleton, it's going to take you a minute to wrap your head around that shit. So I get it,
Yeah.
but it dry, literally. Basically, it's his family. They're afraid of him. He can no longer speak, so he can't communicate with them. Him and his sister are close, and it's so sad.
But is it all a metaphor, David?
I know. Everyone in his family wants him dead. Like, they hate him. They talk about him outside his door. They hate the sounds he makes. They hate the way he looks. They hate the way he eats. Like, he's talking about how he's metamorphosizing into this, like, fresh food no longer tastes good. He can only eat rotten stuff. And his sister eventually figures that out. And so, since he's a giant roach and yada, 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 and eventually he just succumbs to death because he knows that everyone hates him. Even his sister, who loved him and, like, was taking care of him, eventually gets so sick of him that she doesn't even want to be in the room with him. And he's just like, I don't get it. Like, he can't communicate anymore. So he's just like, what is happening and why? And it's so depressing. And then, he dies like a bug. He feels himself, like, curling up and rolling over. And I just felt like, fuck you, the family of this poor German asshole.
Fuck you, the family. Oh, shit.
Yeah, because, like, they knew
shit,
it was
everything's
him,
bad,
because they're like,
nothing's
oh my god, it happened to him. And but his dad, like, tries to beat him to death with a cane, like, immediately.
If I ever do turn into a
so
roach,
sad.
please promise me you won't beat me to death with a cane.
Like, I'll at least, do a little
Fuck
Googling
yes, okay, good.
before I try.
We've broken the wall.
Finally. But yeah, I would still.
Please let me continue from
I
here.
give that a solid recommendation.
What was it called?
Shit!
Metamorphosis.
Shit.
It's called shit.
No, if you get to the boss and die, you're sent back to the.
That's the way it always is.
Did somebody look up how many levels are in this?
Oh.
That guy had a fucking machine gun. I feel like once they get machine guns, we're getting close to the end.
Yeah. And he's got a gallery of like onlookers.
God damn it. Okay, here we go. We're just going to die this one. 5. We're on 4, 4, 2.
4, 3? 4, 2.
Have you guys, well, David, I don't think you've read The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho?
I'm not. Paulo Coelho.
I
have that book.
I think I've read The Alchemist by Aleister Crowley.
Oh, not the same. I can't give you spoilers because I'm not good at remembering what happens in books. But I do remember liking it a lot, and it's like a fable to following your dreams, essentially. It's a good book. I like his
Fire bad.
His poems are pretty good too.
Aleister Crowley's
Did you
poems?
mean to just drop down into the lava like that?
Yeah, I got tired of living.
Bye.
Whoop. I figure if I take enough damage too early on, I have to just give up the ghost. Shit.
Ay, ay, ay. Like Conky on Pee-wee's Playhouse. Ay, 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 Pee-wee.
So, my wife and I, for some odd reason, remembered the show Gullah Gullah Island last night.
Gullah Gullah Island.
I was too old for that by like a year.
Krista sang the song, Alex. We watched the whole episode of Defunct Land on it. Have you ever watched Defunct Land?
No.
Yeah, we used to. I used to watch that a lot. He's the guy who does all the
Disney rides.
Disney rides and stuff.
Oh.
Now they do television shows as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so many rides in Disneyland.
There's only so many dead rides in Disneyland. I did like the episode about the Disney teen fuck camp.
The what?
They used to have a club at Disneyland that was pretty much unmonitored. And there was a bunch of teen pregnancies coming out of it.
Nice.
That's not surprising. Like, everybody, whatever, say what you will about Disney, good, bad, or indifferent. They let a lot of shady shit happen.
It's a magical place on Earth to get pregnant.
It probably is the most magical place to get pregnant.
Yeah. People die on their fucking cruises, and there's fucking... Yeah.
Fuck me. I've gotten worse at these jumps. Just...
Oh man, Gullah Gullah Island. Now that song's stuck in my head.
I just couldn't do it. The guy in the frog suit was too weird.
It is pretty weird.
Yeah, it is weird. So I was 6 when it came out. 5 or 6.
Like, I can accept a cartoon giant frog, but like a dude in a frog suit constantly squatting and like doing jive hand motions.
I want you to imagine, David, that somebody somewhere is sexualizing that frog.
Oh, I know. I don't even have to imagine it. Like, if it exists, somebody has been like, yep, that's my thing, because that's the kind of society we live in.
Yeah.
A free society.
A disgusting
no communism
pervert.
here.
It's a crazy sex pervert nation.
Can we rename our podcast the Sex Pervert Nation?
Hey, sex pervert. Yeah, we've already got a built-in audience or a name for our audience. The Sex Perverts. They're going to love that.
Can we run it by the people watching right now? How are you sex perverts doing?
Hey, what's up, sex perverts? Who likes doing weird things they're uncomfortable sharing with others?
or too comfortable sharing with others?
Or too comfortable. Ay, ay, ay. God. Here's the thing. If you work in the trades, you're going to get the the latter more than the former.
If you work in the trades.
Yeah. Dudes in the trades love telling you who they fuck, where they fuck, why they fuck, and how often.
Yeah.
You got to know how often, otherwise you're not a real man.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Like, I felt like always on a construction site, dudes are always trying to prove that they're like less gay than the other dudes. So they were always like, yeah, I made the girl do this. They're always coming up with like bizarre sex moves. And I want to be like, and I constantly was like, so, and then what? Like, so, all right.
So why?
So you met some skag at a bar, right? And then you brought her home and you banged her. And you feel good about this. You felt so good about this that you wanted to share it with me. Why?
Well, yeah, I made her do a West Side Story.
And keep in mind, Andy, remember the time I got to witness two people fucking.
Oh, I remember.
What career was I employed in?
Teacher. You're a terrible teacher.
No, I was a teacher. I watched two adults fuck on a playground.
Do you know, David, when I was a janitor, we used to find condoms on the playground, so.
Oh, I know. I've heard the stories. From you.
From me.
It was a crazy time to be alive.
I cannot imagine having
I still
sex
had a balloon.
in a bed next to somebody who is not having sex.
Who is questionably conscious? Yeah, I felt very uncomfortable.
Like if I get like if
why
the
are there
dude
spikes all over the
whatever
ground?
like but
Once again,
the
your office
girl
building
to
is
be like,
shit.
but
yeah,
your friend.
whatever. I get him because he was a sex pervert. Like he literally banged someone in our hotel room every night we went on the road. So whatever. And like that's the thing. I don't know.
Were they hooers? I mean, of the paying variety, not the just regular hooers.
I do not believe so. He just was always on Plenty of Fish, the app, and like just would find these chicks. And that's the thing. If you are a scumbag, it's really easy to find very manipulatable people on the internet. And so that's mostly who we got.
Is the fish part a euphemism?
So he'd be like, "Hey, I'm gonna be in such and such town." So he'd look for a person there.
Yeah,
like,
he would
hey,
change.
I'm here for a night.
He would change his, city of origin
What's up,
for
Barcoos?
every town we went to.
Oh my god.
And, or a couple of times when he couldn't find any locally, he got people he knew from Mesa or Phoenix or wherever he was from to drive out and meet him.
Shut up.
And fuck in our room. Yeah, that happened twice.
Don't you mean
happened
he would meet them?
Oh yeah, he met them all right. Like he would literally
I don't want to die.
I mean, you've heard the story of the one in Parker. Was it Parker? Whatever. Chick showed up, brought her mom and another dude who kept suggesting an orgy.
Oh yeah.
Mom was on coke. It was a rough night.
Yeah, I would be like,
hey
me, boss man, give me a separate fucking room.
That was one of the ones who came up from wherever.
Wait, why is this on it?
Andy, I need you to make a decision. Do you want to yell or do you want me to tell a story?
Both. Okay, I'm done. Hold on, I'm done. I beat it. Go for it, David. Sorry.
I forget where I. Anyway, moral of the story is something about trades, and they're all sex perverts.
That's the moral.
Because the trades is the only job that they can get, and it doesn't have like a background check.
Yeah, well, and here's the fact that the guy fucked in front of me, like he was a scumbag, and I knew that from day one. But by then I was already so jaded. Like the fact that they were fucking in front of me, I was less upset at that.
Do you think he was just waiting for you to be like, hey, can I get in on this?
As if. But I was less upset at them fucking inches from my face less than the fact that bitch dumped her entire platter of street tacos all over my bed. But that's so whatever. So, but predating that, I had a boss who was
the boss, Bruce Springsteen.
What I would later find out the term would be called summer teeth, because some are there and some are not.
Oh.
So, and it's a funny story. The guy who taught me that term, summer teeth, is the guy whose penis I saw in the that hotel room that night.
Oh my god.
Crazy how life comes together.
Oh, bullshit.
But my boss, his name was Woody, and he would go to bars with his wife and try to find willing women to have a three-way.
You go, there's a snake in my pants.
And he, more often than not, according to him, would work. It's so much so that sometimes the people would stay for weeks and or months, and they would fuck, and eventually something would go sour, and then
What?
Most terrible jump I've ever done in my life, and it was at the worst time.
Because of the gremlin hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, he would tell me stories like, whatever. He met some chick at a bus stop once, and like he woke up and his wallet was gone.
Well,
and she was also gone.
Well, yeah, I imagine.
His wallet was gone, but she was still there.
Like,
No, that's the thing. He was ugly. He had
his
no
wife good looking?
No, she was a skag. He was a pot-bellied, disgusting, like summer tooth. Like he had a ponytail. Not the ponytail. I don't want to say like he had a lot of hair. He had a mullet.
Oh.
That was always pulled back in a ponytail.
This gremlin hand has gotten me twice in a row, and I'm gonna.
He smelled awful. He smelled like a toilet. He rolled his own cigarettes, and he smelled like the type of cigarette you'd pull out of a toilet.
A toilet cigarette.
Yeah, one of those ones that you get.
Here's how I know, because when I worked at that strip club, we found a cigarette on the floor of the strip club that my buddy Harry then rubbed on the toilet seat in the changing room of the strippers, who he then gave to the worker we called Cooter. I don't remember his real name.
Cooter.
And then he didn't show up the next day, and we thought we killed him. Just like you know how elephants can get herpes so bad, like it spreads all over their body and kills them? Like that's the next day when he didn't show up. Now keep in mind, he was a shitty employee and hardly ever showed up on time anyway. So it wasn't really, but like in my head, he smoked that cigarette, went home, woke up like, you know in Creepshow when the Stephen King gets that green shit on him?
Yeah.
So like that, but with herpes.
But with piss on my face.
Just like covered, like from head to toe, and all over the bed, like it ate the furniture around him, just herpes.
Gross.
You know how hard it is not to say do your shit in front of kids when they're not doing their shit?
Huh?
Like there's oftentimes I have kids in classes where I'm just like, hey kid, this is the 40th time I've told you to do your shit.
Yeah, that's a theme with children.
Yeah? You got a 2-year-old, so they're testing their limits.
Yeah, I get to say the same fucking thing 40,000 times a fucking day, hoping and praying that one day my son will look at me, will make contact eye to eye, he'll know what I'm saying, and then actually believe.
He'll believe.
Believe that I'm telling him to stop doing something, because he will look at me and he'll know, but then he'll be like, yeah, now it's 5 seconds later and it's time to test it again.
Oh, that's all they do at that age.
He'll look me dead nuts in the eye, and I'm like, get away from the dog cages, and he'll look at me and then slam the dog cage shut, and I'm like, oh my god.
I laughed evilly, but it is genuine. It's like that's just what they do.
Yeah, as you can imagine, his boundaries with me are a little tighter. But that's par for the course. Moms like to give a mile.
Not my mom, jeez.
Well, typically.
She used to pick me up by my ears.
Well, and there's multiple.
That feels like abuse.
Yeah, it definitely was.
But in the 80s, you didn't call it abuse.
No, you didn't call it abuse. You called it parenting. I had a frank discussion with my mom the other day. She's like, kids are like this because they don't beat them anymore. I was like, no. No. I don't think we're going to go over that.
Have you heard literally any interview from any violent criminal? Not for nothing.
Not for nothing, Mom, but...
There's like tons of articles out there that talk about how kids are more misbehaved when they're around their mothers.
Oh, yeah. I can back that up 100% with a million hours of anecdotal evidence.
Yeah.
But I will also say that in that article, they probably say that the moms take a lot more shit than the dads.
Probably. I don't know.
No, I guarantee.
Who's this fucking gremlin's like ta-da?
Ta-da.
Oh, he's throwing out hats. I think I've seen him before. Maybe just not in this.
He's the
Stop throwing hats, you prick! Good, we did it. We're good. We did it.
We did it. Go team.
What else? What else have I done? Reading, check. School, check. I hate that all of my teachers are like, so we need you to read like 500 pages by I don't know, Tuesday.
What are you?
To like catch up to.
No, my teachers are just because it's still distance.
Oh, got it. Your schooling.
My schooling teachers.
His learning, not his teaching.
But let's talk about my teaching. Some people need to learn that if they want me to substitute for them for a whole day, they should probably write a whole day's worth of shit.
Probably.
Can't you just do trivia and throw Jolly Ranchers?
I do trivia, and sometimes I do. Oh no! I thought I was gonna be able to pause, and there's a spider.
I wish Cherish and Keith were here because I feel like they have experience in both topics we are addressing tonight.
Spiders?
Yes.
Spiders and
or
gremlins?
all three, because I have suspicions that Keith might be a sex pervert.
And a gremlin?
And a gremlin, so that might be 4. Keith, if you're watching this in the future, approve or deny. Not approved, confirm.
I mean, for all I know, he could be listening. Because he
You're
doesn't
gonna put me
talk
back
in
at
the
5-1?
YouTube.
Shit.
All right, Keith, confirm or deny. Write a self-addressed stamped envelope to P.O. Box.
I'm damn sure what we just saw was the last boss.
The spider gremlin?
Yeah.
Has to be, right?
Well, that's like the end of the movie, right?
Yeah,
no, the end of the movie
is
is New York, New York.
That's true. Yeah, what? I realize now saying Bat Gremlin earlier must have made people go, wow, what a pussy, because he literally does nothing except escape, get covered in concrete, and turn into a gargoyle.
He gets tossed in concrete by character actor. Shit, what's his name?
Dick Miller.
Dick Miller. He's in a lot of stuff.
He was in The Undead. He was in Chopping Mall.
Chopping Mall? I just rewatched Chopping Mall the other day.
It's pretty crazy. I like that head explosion.
It's a very stupid movie, but at the same time, you gotta love how stupid it is.
But it's the right kind of stupid. It's like terrific stupid.
Like, every decision that they make is bad.
Right. I think the best part about that movie is that everyone is treating those robots as if they are a genuine threat when they move picture anybody with a walker. That's the top speed of these robots.
Yeah.
And they have these tiny little arms, but they do have lasers.
They have lasers and like tasers and sleep darts. Why they would need lasers and sleep darts?
Yeah. And then they go ahead and electrocute Dick Miller. All he was trying to do was mop the floor. He gives him a little sass. Poof, dead.
Yep. Don't sass robots. That's the lesson today.
Yep. Their sass circuitry must have been fried when the lightning hit.
Dick Miller in Demon Blood, Tales from the Crypt. Demon Blood.
True. He was in
Demon Knight. Demon Knight. Sorry.
He was in a bunch of Twilight Zone episodes too, I think.
And I see him and stuff, and I'm like, is he still alive? The answer's no.
No.
But I have to look it up every time and hope that maybe somebody brought him back.
Well, he died a while ago, right? I want to say like late 90s, early 2000s.
Probably around then.
It's like he was doing like Corman shit in the 50s.
Oh, Corman. Get off my property, Corman.
Dick Miller died January 30th, 2019.
Oh,
2019? Oh my God.
Dad.
Oh my God. He was born in 1920 on Christmas in 1928.
Yeah, so he was 99. Holy shit. Nice going, Dick Miller.
He was short. He was my height.
Good Lord.
5'5".
A short man. Have you ever heard of that?
He had one child. He was 90, not 99.
Oh, wait. 2019, you said?
Yep.
And he was born in
1928.
It's hard to
28. Oh, sorry.
He died of a heart attack and had congestive heart failure and pneumonia.
Jeez.
90.
Got to be an easier way to dodge.
90 years a dick. That's what his biography is going to be called.
Yep, 90 years a dick. Okay, he can touch me over there. I've failed again.
If I live 90 years, that's what my biography will be called.
If this is the last boss, we're playing until I beat it. So buckle up, Buttercup.
Do it. Kill this thing.
Well, I died. So we have to go through the level again. But if I reach a certain point in the level, I can just float. Sorry, if I reach a certain point in the level without falling in a pit. So there's a few caveats.
Well, you can keep going back to the your little friend there in the alcove, right? And keep buying stuff.
He disappears, I think. The alcove disappears.
Oh.
It's a harsh rule, but a fair one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because like every time the level reloads, I feel like he should be brought back.
Oh, every time the level reloads, he is brought back. It's.
P.S. What are we looking at out of these windows? I assume they're windows, and we're looking at a red sky.
Yep. Ghostbusters is going on outside.
What the shit?
It is New York.
What's the top of that building? Is that the Sears Tower? Is this
Yeah.
New York?
Isn't it?
Chicago?
Shit, I fell down a pit. So let's float as far as we can.
I've got to set some time aside so we can watch The Color Out of Space.
Yeah.
Starring
Nick Cage.
good old Nicolas Cage.
I bet. Wait, and I went out of my way not to do any research on it because I want to be. Yeah, like I know how the story is going to be, but I went out of my way not to like look up actors and or performances and or reviews.
Anything
so
really?
I want to see what Nicolas Cage is going to bring me.
Only the best performances from the best actors.
I've heard it's less. It's not Crazy Cage. But we'll
I kind of
see.
like Crazy Cage though.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for because like it's rife. Like it's a story about a man driven crazy by a meteorite and his family dies of being crazy too. So of course Nick Cage, perfect like choice. He's crazy.
Also, David, Psycho Gorman.
Psycho Gorman.
Did you watch the preview?
Yes.
It's enjoyable.
Don't get me wrong. I had my interest peaked. It just felt and still kind of feels like, because I've not watched it yet to get confirmation, but it kind of feels like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if, and it's like a Mad TV sketch stretched out to 90 minutes.
It's not that bad.
I'm sure because it's from what I'm seeing anyway, tangentially, people are enjoying it, so I'm like, okay, it's probably all right. But it does seem like one of those concepts that Netflix has been loving to take. That's like 3 minutes of material and squeeze 90 minutes out, so every bone in its body breaks.
I can do this. I know I can. Come on.
Do it.
Don't be such
do
a
you
fucking
have a charge
spider.
attack?
No, I wish I did.
That would
charge attack makes everybody better. And everything better. Okay, the spider's gonna drop down. He was moving that way. Now he's moving this way. Now he's moving this way. Oh shit.
You need to try micro mages. I bet you'd like it.
Yeah, I died again. Micro mages.
Yeah. I can
How small
get
are
you
they?
a copy. Wink.
I know where to find these things. The store.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got it from Steam.
The store?
Yeah. It's it's whatever, a new homebrew of an NES title. 40 kilobytes of game, and I bought it for, I think it was probably $10, maybe it was $5 on Steam. But here's the thing, when you buy it, they give you the ROM so you can play it on your RetroPie. They give you the PAL and the NTSC version.
Oh, that's lovely.
All 40 kilobytes twice.
I don't have a computer large enough to handle a 40 kilobyte game. I am doing bad this time, so we're just gonna keep on.
I know. I got 64K of RAM in my Commodore 64.
Oh my! I'm 64 bits.
40K of RAM. I've only got 32 free. What? Where'd all my RAM go? Now I'm just a confused
Mike
man
Pants.
from the
No,
Midwest.
I'm Mike Pants.
My RAM. Where'd all my RAM go?
Oh, I don't sell a RAM here. All we sell is Hundies.
Yesterday I had ram. Now I got a hundy. Grams Rams. Come on down.
Oh, I hate Graham's Rams. The only competing place in town.
Fuck you, Tom Hundy. Come on down to Graham's Rams.
Mike Pants, not
Mike
Tom
Pants.
Hundy.
No, that's the name of the character I play on television. They know my real name, but I get on there and I wear like a mage hat.
Yeah, it's like Joe Isuzu.
Oh God.
Tom Hundy. My name isn't really Graham Ram.
It's not?
What is it?
No,
it's
Gary Shuffhouse.
It's Ram Graham.
Ram Graham.
Ramathy Grammerton.
Hi, my name's Ramathy.
See, if we had a Mr. Show style sketch comedy show, that's what we would do.
Name games?
Yeah, a series of commercials like the mayo stirred and the mustard A&A's.
God, the mustard
for
A&A's.
Graham's Rams and Pants Hundy. or better yet, what was the it was like the competing grocery store chain. Savers. Oh, and what was the other? It was David Cross's Fairsley Foods. At Fairsley Foods, you'll never find a rat. That's the Fairsley difference. I don't know what that was in reference to. We've never had rats here.
Oh, I see Hatman has come to visit me. Hatman.
What?
I'm back at that magic gremlin.
Ah, the Magic Man.
Yeah. You know that song, Magic Man? It's about that gremlin.
Yeah, with a magic stick.
Yeah. I think we're talking about different songs.
We might be.
What about Magic Mike?
Yeah, how about Magic Mike?
What if that's not a song?
Well, there's songs.
It's not a
in it.
song, it's a way of life.
Yeah.
I guess. Shaking your dong around is a way of life? What a culture.
Shaking your dong around is a way of life.
Oh my god. I'm probably gonna save this for a actual show, but I found a weird culture that I must share with you.
Yes?
I can't do it now. But
I can't.
in my analog, my followers would be dongers. Hey dongers, and welcome to Dong Culture. Here's 5 things to put in your dong bag when you're hitting the town with your dong.
You talking about sounding? I know about sounding.
Sounding, I don't know what is.
That's when you stick a metal rod in your dick hole.
Ah.
To make it wider.
I knew it probably wasn't the thing I was thinking, which is where you drop a weighted rope to find the depth of water.
Yep, that's the culture I'm talking about.
Yep. You and those seamen.
I need to be able to reach here with 2 lives. Alex, wife, can I have some ice, please?
Ice cream, wife, with sprinkles. Here's the thing, Andy.
Candy wife.
Fucking sprinkles. I don't get sprinkles.
Just ice. I got everything else here, I think.
Are you listening?
Yes, you're talking about Jimmy's.
Yes, also Jimmy's. I worked with a girl, and back when I was fat, I would get Cold Stone a lot, and I would say, I'm going to Cold Stone. What do you want on yours? And it was always the same
Thank you.
thing. Vanilla ice cream with sprinkles.
Vanilla ice.
It was vanilla ice and Sprinkles the cat. And I was like, why bother? Why am I spending $8 on gourmet ice cream that is vanilla with sprinkles? And P.S. vanilla sprinkles don't taste like anything. And also P.P.S. postscript to that postscript. When you're eating your ice cream, all the color leaches off of the sprinkles into the ice cream, making it nice and brown.
Yes.
So I would ask repeatedly, why sprinkles? Why not get something, a different flavor, a different texture, something that'll, go nuts, let's say. Literally with peanuts, almonds, walnuts, I don't care. But sprinkles, you're an adult. She had 5 years, my senior. She's like, nope, I like sprinkles. I said, God damn it. And I would leave mad every time and come back with a fucking tub of vanilla with sprinkles.
We used to get, there was like a soft serve place back in Connecticut, and I'd get like chocolate soft serve in a cone with chocolate sprinkles, and they like dip it in, and
David would not appreciate the Australian birthday treat, fairy bread.
What is that?
I believe it's just white bread with butter and sprinkles.
Well, that just sounds like
retarded.
Easter bread. Like
Easter bread.
Whatever. Like, I can't believe how fucking lazy desserts are. But
my
whatever.
mom made such a good Easter bread. Oh my god. My grandmother did too.
I don't want to get drawn into your food lusts.
Your food lust.
Yeah.
But what we're talking about, sprinkles. That's what I'm talking about. Sprinkles. Don't get them. You know, whatever. You put them on a donut, I get, because you're trying to make it appealing. You're not necessarily looking to change the flavor of the donut, but you want to give a little dazzle to the eye, a little shock and awe.
A textural
A little
component.
pop and circumstance. Perhaps textural. But an ice cream? Ugh.
I used to love bubblegum ice cream, but the fact that there was bubblegum in it and the bubblegum was frozen was always just awful.
Oh, Andy. I feel like this came up recently.
Did it?
Yeah.
I don't know with who. It wasn't with me.
Maybe it was on this show.
Was it on the
Maybe
show?
with PJ. Maybe with PJ, maybe with RJ. But here's the problem with bubblegum ice cream. Now that we're going to have to, I'll just repeat. Maybe you have the same problem, Andy. When you're eating the ice cream and you're obviously not keeping the gum in your mouth, or are you?
See, there's two ways of thought, and it's been a while since I've had any. But when I was a kid, you'd get the gum out, and I'd spit it into a paper towel because it was gross.
Okay.
I didn't want the bubble gum. I wanted the nice flavor of ice cream.
Then why the bubblegum ice cream, question?
Because that was the flavor of ice cream. It was bubblegum ice cream. I didn't need the bubblegum. I just wanted the flavor of the ice cream.
With that tasted like bubblegum, but not the actual chewing of the gum.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't need frozen chewing gum that turned into shards of glass in my mouth.
That was like the most enjoyable part to me. Is like biting into them and having them shatter like little mines.
Like little dangerous mines for your teeth and mouth.
Yeah, I thought that was so fun. That was like the only enjoyable part of the bubblegum ice cream. The rest of it was a fucking nightmare.
Oh, I don't know. It turned your mouth blue depending on where you got it. Mine was always blue.
So now we went over one school of thought. Do you have a second one?
No. Oh, you could spit it in the towel and then chew it later as it warmed up.
Oh, I thought. So here's
that's something my sister did, which I always thought was gross.
Okay, well here's how I would have said that. There's one thing I did and then spit it out. Here's actually the two things I would vacillate between. Sometimes when I get the bubblegum ice cream, I would chew the bubblegum as I was eating the ice cream to save myself the turmoil of the second choice, which was eating the ice cream, putting the bubblegum, getting it all in my mouth, letting the ice cream and everything and then spitting the bubblegum balls back into the cup, saving them for later, and also bag washing.
Mm.
So those were my two options. More often than not, I would spit the balls back in and save it for the end.
Save it for the end. Lovely.
Because, that's the thing. You chew gum and you add that dairy into it, it breaks down the composition and the integrity, structurally speaking, of that gum.
It's true.
I don't know if you're ever going to kill this spider.
I'm working on the spider, David.
He seems like a real bad boss. But now that I see his pattern, it seems relatively...
I'm working on it. That's really into it.
You got to shoot him in the body.
Yeah, but you can't hit it. Like, the thing doesn't go far enough. You got to hit him with the break off.
What?
If I could hit him with the actual bullet, the bullet does more damage.
Well, yeah, you got to go in front of his two little pokey legs.
I ain't going there. That's where his gremlin dick is.
Yeah, that's where his weakest point is, his gremlin dick.
Now he's shooting me with the balls. He wasn't doing so good before, and now he's doing real good at that.
He's got those gremlin balls. Mamma mia.
God damn,
spaghetti and gremlin balls.
We're getting better at this. But
it's simply, and I shouldn't say simply, it is merely a consequence of dedication.
A consequence of dedication.
Or, yeah.
No, I buy it. Yeah.
Checks out.
I mean, I'm trying to think of a synonym for consequence, but
Effect.
Comeuppance?
An effect?
Effect. I would call it more than an effect. I would say a consequence because we have a legitimate skill at the end. I would say an effect is something that could possibly wear off, like Bengay or Icy Hot.
Yes. I put on my gaming Bengay.
Yeah, I would say, oh, this Icy Hot has a warming effect on my balls.
It's icy and hot.
It's icy and then it's icy to dull the pain, then hot to relax it away. But what I would say is
this has also been brought to you by not only Sailor Jerry Rum, but by Bengay.
Icy Hot.
Sorry, icy gay.
Icy hot.
Icy to dull the pain, then hot to relax it away.
Hi, I'm an icy gay.
I never used it, but I still know how it works. And I know that a lot of my idiot friends put it on their nuts, and that was a bad idea.
It is a bad idea. You don't put medicines on your genitals that don't specifically say this is for genitals.
Right. And here's my thing also. Friends of mine did it after having other friends experience it. Like, I was smart enough, number one, not to want it in the first place, but was doubling down on that assertion after the first time I heard tell of someone putting Icy Hot on their genitals.
Yeah, just don't do it. Just don't
immediately.
What did it do?
Off. Well, it starts out icy because that's what it turns
very hot.
I understand that.
Icy to dull the pain, but then it gets hot. And one thing you do not want to be overly stimulated temperature-wise are your genitals. Spoiler alert.
There are some people.
I guess, but I mean, they make like lube that gets hot with friction.
Well, that's different.
But it still gets hot.
Well, okay.
Wink.
There's no. Listen. Putting lubricant meant for genital contact is way different than putting on Ice 9, right? Because
Tech 9.
It's a chemical burn. Like it is. I don't know how they do it.
I've never used it, so I don't know how hot it gets. Like I don't know how.
When they say hot, it means hot. Like it is meant to like get in and heat up your stretched and aching muscles. And your ball sack and penis are neither aching nor muscles. So what happens is
they're aching.
They may ache though. What happens is you get lulled. What I've heard of stories is you get lulled into that false sense of security of the iciness. And then the burn starts, the hot. Because it's not icy warm. It's not icy It's icy hot. It's in the title.
Yes.
It's like a hot plate. I wouldn't put my hand on that. I'm not going to put my balls on something that is advertised as hot. Give me like icy Luke. I'll put my balls on that all day.
Give me icy Luke. I lost
icy
again.
Luke. Icy to dull the pain, and Luke to protect your balls from accidental contact.
Give me cool hands, Luke. It's just a masseuse.
I don't know, Andy. This spider seems beyond you.
No, it's going to happen. Whether or not it's on stream, that's another story. But I'm getting better at just the normal part.
NXRD. That seems like it could be a rude license plate.
X-Nerd.
Oh.
Nerdix? NXRD?
It's NX. Yeah, it's nerd, but the E is an X.
No, they bleeped
so
it.
Maybe that'll be my my Xbox handle.
NXRD?
Triple X NXRD Triple X 69 420.
420. You gotta have the 420 in there.
420.
If people don't know you smoke weed, then what do they know about you?
Gamer handle. Listen, if there's one thing I know about people who love weed, it's that that's the most important thing to them, which is weird.
Look, I smoke weed. You don't understand.
I fucking love it. I need to talk about it.
Like the people.
I get it. I have hobbies.
Well, but in the same vein, I don't understand like the moms who wear like the rosé every day.
Oh yeah, that's the same kind of bullshit. Maybe that's it. Maybe I've been ascribing it to simply potheads when it's almost every subset of humanity. Anyone who takes like an inebriant and is like, ah ha ha, like $5 somewhere. Like that whole like wine grandma like movement that all the spangled T-shirts and shit everywhere.
Wine grandma.
Yeah,
Hi, I'm wine
like,
grandma. I was supposed to pick up my kids for soccer practice, but you know.
The the softer version of that is like the coffee person. Whereas the mug, it's like, don't talk to me before my coffee, or it's coffee 30, or like coffee, 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 or Java, 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 whatever.
Java, Java, Java.
Yeah, it's all the same. It's all annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate's another one.
We're back at Spider Town.
What else does it happen with, Krista? Chocolate, wine, beer to a lesser extent, because that's like, oh.
Well, it all depends on like, you know, the.
Nobody's like, oh, it's heroin 30.
Somebody is.
Gotta get that crazy white horse. You know me, my heroin grandma.
Well, yeah,
grandma.
Wine is a big thing. Wine Wednesdays, like it's like a thing.
Submarine sandwiches.
Yeah.
Yep.
Taco Tuesday.
Don't talk to me before I've had my pierogi.
Pierogi.
I am pierogi grandma. She's a lot bigger than the other grandmas.
Oh my god, pierogi grandma.
I mean, tea to a lesser extent than coffee, but
no one.
It's still a thing. You're not friends with a lot of women on Facebook.
No, I'm sure, but it's not to the same. Like coffee is in the public eye. Like tea is a thing that sad, boring people like to talk about. Coffee is exciting. It's thrilling. It's dark. It's rich. It's captivating. It's caffeinating. Tea is this like weaker, ladylike sort of dainty version of it. It's the ladies' Gillette of the Mach 5 that is coffee.
The ladies' Gillette.
I don't know.
Tea is that pink disposable razor, whereas coffee, yeah, that's your high end. Like it takes a battery. That's how awesome this razor is.
That's how good my razor. My razor is so good that I need to fuel it with electricity.
Yeah, it's not an electric razor, but it still takes a AAA for some reason.
I'm concentrating so hard. We can do it. We can do it together.
Well, I'm doing very little.
You're cheering me on in spirit.
Nice cold iced tea. Yeah, well, my spirit is cheering you on. Obviously, my mouth is doing many other things.
How many hits does he take? I'm throwing fire at him.
It does seem like a lot. But he was undone by fire in the movie. However, he had a web that went up.
And he caught like some slutty redhead?
I think so. But we have no web here, so you do not have the
I
fuel
died
you
again.
need. Damn it.
Look, we've got 17 minutes.
What happens in 17 minutes?
I turn into a pumpkin.
Oh no. You gotta
it becomes 9:30.
I would renegotiate with your fairy godmother.
It's weird.
Seems like
I was just a normal pumpkin who found a fairy godmother.
Oh, so then maybe it is a sweet deal.
Yeah.
Because if you're a boy who has to turn into a pumpkin, but if you're a pumpkin who gets to turn into a boy.
No, I have to turn into a boy. I was looking forward to becoming a latte.
Oh, do you? Oh, I thought you wanted to stay a pumpkin. Why would you want to be a latte?
So I'm loved by all.
Pumpkin latte?
Yeah,
but you only get to do it once. It's the classic Daffy Duck conundrum.
Classic Daffy.
Mm-hmm. I gotta find a copy of that cartoon.
I fell in the hole. Well, David, I fell in a hole again.
Oh my good lord. Somebody get the stretcher.
Got 5 people watching.
Hey, Sheriff, you get this body out of here, you asshole.
What?
All you want to do is ride around that damn patrol car all day.
What?
I can't remember what movie that's from.
Second.
Jehoshaphat.
Oh
Anybody
my!
I fell down the
Pat
hole
Buckler.
again. It's time to go stand electricity because I deserve to die.
Mogwai has died so many times.
Yeah, but they got like 1 million lives. They're like super cats.
Whoa. Their furballs are way worse.
Yeah, their furballs are murderous beings.
You know, not for nothing also, but why didn't Wing really lay out the graveness of the situation and the severity of the consequences for, violating the 2 rules? Not for nothing. Like, if I'm going to unleash essentially a plague onto this small town via a box with a Mogwai in it, maybe just like a little, like, seriously, don't feed him.
Don't you remember the first movie? He doesn't sell it to the guy. The guy's son or grandson sells it to him. And he's like, my granddad's crazy. We need money.
Yeah, again, don't remember the first one. It was scary, so I didn't watch it.
It was scary, and I did watch it, and then I sent it home with my brother.
I'm basing it like in a body bag. What do you mean send it home with your brother?
My brother is like 20 years older than I am, so he was living with his wife, and I was like, please take this movie. It's frightening.
You didn't even want it in the house?
No. At the end of the movie, the fucking gremlin gets back up, and it's just a skeleton, David.
That is true.
That's terrifying.
Were Furbies based on a gremlin? The gremlins? Or Mogwais?
No, but I think they made a Mogwai Furby.
Yeah, I imagine they would never say it aloud, but I'm sure. Like, there are definite influences there.
Stop spinning. Stop
Furby
spinning,
didn't
please.
come out of a vacuum.
Stop spinning, please.
Sometimes he went into a vacuum, though.
Why did you vacuum up the Furby?
I hated mine.
You hated your Furby?
Yes.
Reminds me of my wife's story, how she put her Furby in a closet and then it started talking because its battery was running out and just like, hey.
That's everybody's story. Like, everybody I know who had a Furby now all have the same story. You, your wife Andy, and Sean, all the same story.
Yeah, mine woke up in the middle of the night and started talking, so I threw it in the closet and put a bunch of clothes over it, and that was it.
That was the center of the earth. And met Brendan Fraser and the T-Rex.
And no, I was thinking of a Blast from the Past, not
yeah, no, not Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Nope, I was thinking about Blast from the Past. He lives underground in that one. You got to give me credit for that.
Yeah, the one where him and Alicia Silverstone fall to the center of the earth.
Well, where's Alicia Silverstone been? She may as well have been in the center of the earth for this whole time.
True. She's too busy feeding her own child from her own mouth.
Yep. You got a baby bird.
Disgusting thing to do. Like, I would love to be so rich that I can just do stupid shit like that, think it's a good idea, and have nobody around me with the spine to tell me it's an idiotic thing to do.
David, that's a stupid thing to do.
That's how rich I want to be. Say what?
Stop doing it. That's a stupid thing to do.
No, I'm not doing it yet. I'm not rich.
Oh, I thought maybe you were.
I want to get rich enough to do that shit.
Well, get on it. Jump on it. Jump on it.
Trying. We got a Patreon link in the description.
Yep, that'll bring him in. The Gremlins gameplay and the Alicia Silverstone talk.
Yeah, people love Alicia Silverstone. They loved Clueless. They loved Blast from the Past.
Batman Forever.
They loved Batman Forever.
Ahoy, I don't know what nightmare conversation I walked into, but Furbies were a special kind of terror.
I feel like every time I've sat down in front of the microphone for the last 2 months, Furbies have come up. Am I crazy?
Yeah, I think it's only come up like once.
I feel like this is the 90th time today I've talked about Furbies.
Today?
But I was on a Furby chat board or message board earlier.
I was on the Furb.net.
David meant to put furry in, and he typed Furby.
Yeah,
and
I was doing some
stuck.
research on furries. Ended up on a chat room about Furbies.
Research, he says, with his pants down.
Yeah, I burned 6 hours on a Furby chat site.
I burned it for 6 hours.
Yeah, I was burning it for 6 hours on a Furby chat site.
Then he tried Icy Hot to try and help.
Yeah, I tried Icy Hot to relax my pain away.
Because first it's icy and then it's hot.
Yeah. Icy to dull the pain and hot to relax it away. We all know that.
How many hits? Somebody look up how many fucking hits this takes.
Oh, Randy disappeared after he typed all crazy.
Yeah, I think he might have just been having a stroke, and he might be like collapsed under his keyboard.
Under it?
Yeah, like he was typing, passed out, his head hit the desk, and now he's under the desk.
Okay, not under the keyboard, under the desk.
Yeah, well guess where the keyboard is?
By proxy.
It's on
his
desk.
lap.
Yeah, he typed on his lap.
I'm gonna wiggle. It's time to teabag.
Did you teabag him?
Okay, we're at the end. We did it.
Yay!
And it's actually showing the end of the movie.
Yay! We had to watch the whole end of the movie.
Yeah.
When
what's the guy's name? Mr. Crank?
Mr. Crank.
Mr. Clamp.
What is his name?
Mr. Clamp.
Clamp, yeah. Clamp Tower.
This is the first time I've ever beaten this fucking game.
Maybe I should try playing Micromanage.
Oh, go! Seizure warning! Seizure warning!
Uh-oh.
All right, I'll wait for it. Yep. If I have a seizure, I'll let you know.
30 seconds.
All right, so far no seizures. Oh, there's Billy and Phoebe. What's her name in the movie?
Phoebe Cates. Her name in the movie is Girl Whose Dad Died in a Chimney.
She's got to have a real name. Take that. Electricity Gremlin, go! Captain Planet uses lightning to kill all the gremlins, and they turn into Jello?
Yeah, they turn into like a horrible goo.
Achievement unlocked on the NES.
Yeah, that's my NES achievements.
Yep.
Completely legal achievement.
And
ta-da!
We did it
in 106 minutes.
Yay!
That's got to be some kind of mediocre record.
Yep, it's an okay record. And now we're
back. Got
to
be a personal best at least.
So what's the sound on the game working for you guys all the time?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
If I had the sound playing, you'd probably hear it. Maybe? No, you probably wouldn't. I don't know why.
I don't know. Like I said, I had to disable my speakers, and I'll figure out all these problems tomorrow.
Nope, it looks like it's fine.
Okay.
Except the hum is
buzzing,
there.
Yeah.
Hey, Cherish, you showed up right at the end, and I had so many questions earlier.
We're done, and now I have to go.
Maybe she was listening the whole time.
I hope you were listening the whole time.
I have to go turn into a pumpkin.
All right, yeah. If you missed it, Andy's gonna go turn into a pumpkin.
Which is my natural state.
Yeah, maybe because it was an off day, everyone was late. But be there Friday, guys.
Yeah, Friday.
Cherish, I'll have questions.
Okay, folks. Bye.
I guess I'll take in for a picture show.
Oh no, picture show. Hey, see y'all next Friday. 2 days.
Bye, guys.
2 days. Be there.